Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today, we're going to be going over the Helm Harmony of Ebewaka. The Harmony of Ebewaka is a very popular helmet this season because it offers not only additional damage, but the ability to convert a skill into other skills by adding the tag of those trees to the other trees. It's actually a very powerful item, similar to Tempest Roar on the Druid or Vassal's Prayer, that allow you to tag skills as, say, Earth skills, or tag skills as Werewolf skills or Storm skills and things like that. Like, being able to tag something as more than one thing is extremely powerful in terms of how much damage you can output. And we're going to be going over the Harmony of Ebewaka and what you could potentially get out of this helmet today. So right now I'm utilizing a Harmony of Ebewaka, and the one I'm using is actually a 28%er. I could be using this Ancestral one, but I'd rather have the 28% rather than the lower number. This one does have a armor value of 128. It has all stats, which the greater affix is currently on the all stats of 98. It does go up to 12.5% movement speed, which is really nice if you're doing Eagle, because you get multipliers from those, and having movement speed in general is not bad. It does go to 8 to 10% increased damage reduction, which I believe is 15% when greater affixed, and it does have +3 to velocity, which is a ability on the tree that gives you vigor as you're moving. So as long as you've dealt damage and are moving, you're gaining vigor per second, which is really nice. Now, the main meat and potatoes of this particular item is the special effect. The special effect is, according to your secondary Spirit Hall choice, your skills are additionally Jaguar, Eagle, Gorilla, or Centipede skills, depending on that choice. Your skills will now deal 30% increased damage per spirit type bonus that they have currently active on them. Now, this means that when you're looking at a skill, like for instance, if you look at my payback skill is currently Potency, Basic, Core, Gorilla, Eagle. Now, the Ebewaka secondary choice doesn't appear unless you leave town, unfortunately. A lot of things in this patch seem to only work if you leave town, which is kind of annoying. But now if you take a look at my Gorilla skill, you'll notice that it is Gorilla, Jaguar, Eagle. So it is currently utilizing 3 tags. So Gorilla, Jaguar, Eagle, and it has a 30% bonus, 30% bonus, and a 30% bonus. So I'm getting a 90% increase in damage output because I am currently set up this way. Now, this means that you have to be strategic in the way that you're choosing your Spirit Hall choices. You obviously can't choose, Gorilla, because if you choose Gorilla as your Spirit Hall choice, then obviously payback is already a Gorilla skill, so that doesn't work. Depending on what skill you're trying to achieve this benefit on, you are going to specifically choose a skill that it is not. So for instance, if it was an Eagle skill, I definitely wouldn't choose Eagle, but instead I would choose Jaguar or Centipede or Gorilla. If it's a Gorilla skill, I'm not going to choose Gorilla, but I would choose, say, Jaguar, Eagle, or Centipede, and so forth and so on to get those multipliers. And then you are, of course, choosing the Spirit Hall choice, which is going to give you the best benefit for your character. And there are tons of different potential Spirit Hall choices. This particular helmet also has a flavor text on it, which is, only Ebewaka has walked amid a dozen guardians in death. They waged war for his spirit, yet none prevailed. Thus the guardians shared dominion, granting Ebewaka to roam freely amid all their realms.
Mr. Goody Two Shoes, Mr. Goody Two Shoes. Ginger Evil Mentor here. Why bother farming when you can go to MMOEXP.com and simply purchase your items in gold? GGM would have you farm the items. What a pathetic being. Use code GEM Ginger Evil Mentor for 6% off your entire purchase. And don't tell Ginger Gaming Mentor that I was here.
Now, the damage bonus that you get from Ebewaka is pretty amazing, but there are other reasons why you might want to dive into Ebewaka besides just simply the raw damage bonus that you're getting. And this has to do with the fact that you're tagging it with 2 different tags. So you're getting the, obviously, the Gorilla tag, and you're also getting the Jaguar tag, and you're also getting the Eagle tag, right? Which means that you're going to get specific bonuses. Like when you're taking a look at your passives, you're going to have access to things like Potent, which is only for Jaguar skills, right? Well, since my Gorilla skill is now being tagged as a Jaguar skill, this affects me. Same thing with Furnace. This is also for Jaguar skills only. Also, I'm being tagged as an Eagle skill, so Brilliance and Acceleration are both going to affect me as well, which means that my Gorilla skill is now getting the benefits of both the Eagle and the Jaguar passives in the same breath, and is also getting access to the Gorilla passives. So it's getting access to 3 sets of passives by tagging it as 3 different things, which is also very effective. This can be super ridiculous depending on what kind of ability you're using. Like, for instance, maybe you're using, like, for instance, Payback, and you want to get access to Brilliance, Acceleration, you want to get access to Potent and Furnace, you want to get access to Dominant, and maybe you're also trying to get access to, some of the other multipliers that come with those particular abilities. Like, for instance, in the Paragon board, when you're looking at specific options, the Colossal Glyph gives increased damage to Gorilla skills. Well, if you are, say, utilizing a Jaguar, Eagle, or Centipede skill, and you utilize the Ebewaka helmet to give your Jaguar, Eagle, or Centipede skill the Gorilla tag, you can now benefit from the bonus damage that Colossal is offering in addition to that really nice 2% multiplier from the Resolve stacks. Ebewaka isn't really that hard to find either. I've been able to gamble several of them, and I've also found quite a large number of them. The harder part seems to be finding a really good one that has a 30% multiplier at the bottom, which is kind of the most important part for this one. And then in the ancestral form would also be nice as well. I certainly wouldn't turn down a very nice ancestral harmony of Ebewaka with 30% multiplier. If you're looking to find this particular item, you can go over to the Diablo 4.life farming tool. It's right here, Diablo 4.life, target farming uniques. And down here you can select Spiritborn, and then you can select your Harmony of Ebewaka, and you'll see that it does drop from Beast in the Ice, is the current location where you can get this from. So if you farm a little Beast in the Ice, you can get quite a few Harmony of Ebewakas from this. And that is Distilled Fear, by the way, which comes from Nightmare Dungeons, as well as a whole bunch of other places now. To be honest with you, it's so common, I've got like tons of it sitting around on various characters, so you can easily go and get yourself some Distilled Fear. Overall, this helmet has worked its way into a large number of the builds that I've been playing around with, and certainly can make for a very powerful character. Now, it's not the end-all be-all of helmets, and you could potentially replace this with a Harlequin Crest Shaco, the Air of Perdition, or even, honestly, a regular helmet. Because of how powerful the Resolve stacking is, a regular legendary helmet can potentially get the plus Resolve stacks, which gives you more multiplier through that as well, which is just another in a long list of ways that you could potentially take advantage of the helmet slot. However, I will say that this one is a very powerful helmet. It has damage reduction, it has damage output, it helps you mark your skills as multiple things, which can obviously help you out tremendously in terms of damage output, and it's definitely one that a lot of people are trying to get their hands on in a perfect condition this season. So if you happen to find a really good Harmony of Ebewaka, it might be very good to trade over on like the Diablo.trade website. I think that's pretty much it for this one. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals joining me for these videos. And as always, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, and keep watching.